Number 1. Rookie cop fired for assaulting a man. On February 27, 2017, Officer Samuel Rosario and Officer Orlando Manzanares of the Springfield Police Department responded to a report of criminal damage to property in Springfield, Illinois, and arrived at the scene and approached 19-year-old Robert Humes, who lived with his mother and sister. The unpleasant interaction that followed was captured on Officer Rosario's body cam.
How we doing, bud? Better, huh? What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Well, my daughter, she just flipped out a while ago about a money deal. Told me I owe her $40 for changing hers.
After speaking with Mr. Humes and his mother, Officer Rosario asked Officer Manzanares to try to find his 16-year-old sister, who allegedly broke a glass top table.
She busted a glass table, which table's no good, but she still had no business breaking my glass table, though.
Do you know which way she went?
No, I didn't see.
She went that way? You want to see if you can find her? I mean, we got at least criminal damage.
Mr. Humes was adamant that his sister should be charged by the police.
And if y'all don't give her both charges, I want both y'all badge numbers.
Oh, here goes the
Man,
badge
I ain't
numbers.
going for that shit.
Well, you know what? No offense, but if you're going to hear... Okay, keep walking then. Keep walking then. Yeah, first of all, you're not a police officer, right?
Well, I know exactly.
Did you go to law school? Did you go to police officer school?
Look, I know
You have a
exactly
badge? Did you go through the academy?
No, I went
So
to
you
court
went to
more
court
than
once or twice, so all of a
No,
sudden now you know the law.
twice.
First of all, don't tell me how to do my job,
you ain't
all right?
The officers did not appreciate Mr. Humes telling them how to do their job, and the situation got a bit heated.
You don't even know me.
He did say
If you want to do something then, son. Little kid, you call me over here and then you trying to threaten me, son? I'll have to slap you on some silvers and take you down to county. That's what I got to do, because what you going to do? False arrest?
What you gonna
False
arrest me
arrest?
for?
You didn't just point that stick at me?
The situation got even more escalated as Mr. Humes and Officer Rosario exchanged obscene and hostile remarks, after which Officer Rosario lost control of his anger.
Before I even got here, you like, y'all ain't gonna do. I just got here.
my face.
You. I'm right here, mother.
Rookie.
I'm right here.
You a rookie.
Shut up.
That's police brutality.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Because you went to court once or twice?
You mean? I know my law.
Mr. Humes and Officer Rosario continued to exchange threats.
As I put my hands on your punk, so I know how it's gonna go.
I'm not even gonna take you to jail. I'll give you the freedom of that.
Man, you a
You want to put one or two?
I call you out here for my purpose, and you
Yeah.
and my son come on now, really.
Well, first of all, your son's got a mouth on him.
I know he
Yep.
does. I know he
And
does.
now I can see why your daughter's acting all out of control. You want to throw some hands, man? We can throw some hands, and I won't even arrest you, man. I'll let you go right in there. I pushed you once, and you scared. That's why you scared. My camera is on.
Now it's on.
My camera's been on. What do you want me to do for you to put some hands on me?
Just come back over.
You want me to put my pistol away? You want me to put my badge away?
Come back over without your uniform.
I'm not even gonna tase you. I'm not even gonna mace you. I'm gonna give you these hands, and you're still gonna run your mouth. You're still scared.
Officer Rosario takes off his badge, throws it on the ground, and then approaches Mr. Humes and shoves him for a second time. Mr. Humes retaliates, leading to a physical altercation during which Officer Rosario wrestles Mr. Humes to the ground and punches him in the face and head more than a dozen times, even though Mr. Humes remained in a defensive position. Officer Rosario and Officer Manzanares left the scene without any further incidents, and Officer Rosario later returned with several other officers to apologize to Mr. Humes. Humes said that Rosario did not need to apologize, and the officers returned. Although Humes forgave the officer, his supervisors didn't. Following the incident, Officer Rosario was placed on leave while the Springfield Police Department conducted an internal investigation, which resulted in termination from his position on May 9, 2017. He was also charged with official misconduct and 2 counts of battery in the Circuit Court of Sangamon County, and after a trial, a jury found him guilty of official misconduct and 1 count of battery for making physical contact of an insulting or provoking nature. However, the jury determined that he was not guilty of battery causing bodily harm. As a result of his conviction, former Officer Rosario was sentenced to 24 months probation in order to comply with mental health, substance abuse, and anger management treatment. Sadly, this isn't the only incident of a rookie cop going off the rails. In our next story, a Georgia police officer arrested a bystander purely because he looked suspicious. Number 2, rookie police officer in Georgia fired after traffic stop. In a recent incident, a Georgia police officer faced termination as a result of a highly problematic traffic stop. The incident unfolded on the evening of June 4, 2021. when a man parked his vehicle in front of a gas station located in Locust Grove, Georgia. The man stepped out of his vehicle to make a phone call. Approximately 20 to 30 minutes later, several police officers approached him, questioning his actions and intentions.
What's going on, man? Are you hanging out? Are you meeting somebody? Are you waiting on somebody? Are you lost?
I live out here.
So, the reason I'm asking, we've been here how long? Probably 20 minutes?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah,
You hadn't got any gas. You hadn't gone in and got any food. You parked at a gas pump.
The man informed the officers that he resided in the vicinity and was merely spending some time in the area.
And I know the tank's not on this side. It's on the other side, right?
No, I'll never take this stuff gas.
So what are you doing?
I'm just chilling. I don't want to go home yet. I can't sit in the parking lot. Cause I live out here.
Where you have some ID? Let me see your ID. Or is it in the car?
It's on me, but what's the problem?
The officers, however, began to develop suspicions and requested the man to provide identification. Understandably, he appeared hesitant or reluctant to do so.
I mean, you can make it super difficult, but you do have to give your ID.
I'm just wondering why y'all. I've literally been on the phone just talking.
I know.
Go ahead and get your ID, and then while you give us your ID, she can speak with you. But you need to identify yourself, so go ahead and get your ID.
The officers accused the man of loitering during the encounter.
So right now, what it falls under is loitering. So loitering, yes.
Yes.
Because like if you were like getting gas, waiting on somebody, like if you were doing anything other than just kind of like hanging out, it wouldn't be an issue.
Well, I've been on the phone.
We know.
This area is known for narcotic activity. It's known for criminal activity. So that's another reason why we're speaking to you. We want to make sure that's not afoot.
The state's definition of loitering is doing something not like the norm. Hanging out at the gas pump, not like the norm. You know what I'm saying? So we have to just kind of get out. Now, if you to like take off and run as soon as you see us over here.
Why would I do that?
Well, so that's it.
The man attempted to clarify to the officers that he frequently visited the gas station and had intended to enter but was engaged in a phone conversation at the time.
But I literally come here all the time. I live here. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's fine. But you
fine.
can't just if you're not doing any business, if you're not getting gas, you're not going to get
I was
food.
actually finna go in there. I just had a phone conversation.
Well, that's cool. But now that we've had this communication, it's what they call dispelling the alarm. Now that we're able to figure out, okay, this guy.
The officers clarified to the man that their approach was prompted by witnessing his interaction with a person they considered suspicious. Additionally, they mentioned that the area was notorious for drug-related activities, which contributed to their suspicion and his presence in the vicinity.
So it already drew our attention. Then we saw somebody that we dealt with earlier with a whole bunch of drugs around here coming up to you. I'm like, okay.
Right.
So
and they said, hey, I see your car everywhere because I live out here. They said, we see your car, SRT on the side. I said, thank you.
Which makes sense. And that's the reason why we came over here to introduce ourselves, to dispel the alarm, make sure there's nothing nefarious going on.
Ultimately, the officers decided not to arrest the man and allowed him to leave without any charges.
I guess.
Have a good night, sir.
All right, have a good night. I don't have one on me. I'm Officer James. It's Officer Pitts. That's Officer Mosley. I mean, and I definitely encourage you to go look up the code section, OCGA loitering.
Just 3 days after the encounter in Locust Grove, Officer Nicole Pitts was terminated from her position at the department. It remains uncertain whether the man involved in the encounter filed a complaint or intended to take legal action against the officer and the police department. What is particularly startling is that this incident was not Officer Nicole Pitts' first termination from a law enforcement role. Just a year prior to the Locust Grove incident, Officer Pitts served as a deputy at the Clayton County Sheriff's Office. However, in October 2020, she was involved in an arrest where she resorted to excessive force. In that incident, the suspect was already in handcuffs but was resisting getting inside the patrol vehicle. According to reports, Officer Pitts grew agitated, drew her firearm, placing it against the suspect's chin in an attempt to coerce compliance. Another deputy at the scene reported this incident to Sheriff Victor Hill, leading to an immediate internal investigation. Officer Pitts was terminated from the sheriff's office on the afternoon of the following day due to her use of excessive force. This situation raises significant questions about the hiring procedures of police departments. Was a thorough background check conducted before the city of Locust Grove hired Officer Pitts? Or was her past history as an officer disregarded? Regardless of the reasoning, as far as available information suggests, Nicole Pitts is no longer serving as a law enforcement officer. If you want to watch more videos of rookie cops getting fired, then please subscribe to the channel.